Hey guys, what's up? It's Tom here from the Movie Rewind.
Hey folks, it's Jim from the Movie Rewind, and today I'm reviewing the film
The Adjustment Bureau. Okay, this is the directorial debut for George Nolfi, who wrote screenplays for such films like Ocean's 12 and The Bourne Ultimatum. This screenplay is based off a short story by Philip K. Dick, who wrote some great novels and short stories that led to some other great films like Blade Runner, Total Recall, Scanner Darkly, and Minority Report.
The film follows David, played by Matt Damon. He's a politician with a lot of potential.
He plays a New York senator.
He bumps into Elise,
who's played by the wonderful Emily Blunt.
The two hit off and have a lot of chemistry.
The meeting between the two is sort of a love at first sight for both.
And she inspires him to change his speech and make it more real.
However, due to a mistake that the Adjustment Bureau makes, David sees something he shouldn't have.
He arrives to work early to see his friend and co-worker frozen by the Adjustment Bureau.
And he's given a nice talking to.
They tell him, we're the Adjustment Bureau and we control everything. And that you cannot be with Elise. If you be with Elise, she won't have her dancing career, and you won't be a great politician. We tried giving the world free will, and what came out of that was war and pain and suffering.
See, he was never supposed to see Elise again. But due to the mistake by the Bureau, he caught up with her on the bus for a little chit-chat and fell even more in love.
And he tries to defy them and tell them you're wrong and be with Elise. And essentially what you get here is a mixture of a love story and a sci-fi film.
Underneath the cerebral and philosophical story, cerebral being the Adjustment Bureau and how they get around and all the things that they do.
Some of those ideas might not be fully thought through.
And the philosophical part of the story being the part that makes you question free will, what is meant to be, and even to some extent love at first sight. There's a true love story here.
And it's not one of these things where the love story is aside. It's actually front and center, and some of the bigger ideas of the film are sort of sidelined.
No matter how much David is not supposed to be with Elise, that's all he wants to do, that's all he ever thinks about is her, and he fights for her no matter the cost.
And the love story, I think, is pretty damn good, thanks to the chemistry between Matt Damon and Emily Blunt, and I think that's the reason to see this film.
Overall, I really enjoyed my time seeing it in the theaters. The central performances were fantastic, from Matt Damon to Emily Blunt to John Slattery to even Anthony Mackie
and Terrence Stamp and various other actors, most of these actors being part of the Adjustment Bureau.
Great performances and a very intriguing love story essentially made this film really enjoyable in theaters. Now, I went into the Adjustment Bureau thinking I was in for another one of Matt Damon's ass-kicking badass films.
There's some cool visual effects and chase sequences.
Matt Damon gets in his macho shots here and there.
Got some interesting ideas of fate and free will, and do we have free will, or is it all controlled just by fate? Does that mean our lives are meaningless because of that? Are our choices meaningless, or do we even really have choices if they're all planned out and laid out like that?
My first official see it of the year.
I didn't love it, but I do think it's a pretty entertaining film with some good ideas, and I'd rate it to see it.
This is the best film I've seen this year.
Pretty good date movie. Have a good day, folks. See